Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And it is a beautiful day. It got up into the low 60s today, and they claim it's going to get a little warmer each day through Thanksgiving and then cool down on the weekend after. Oh, who knows? But yeah, it's clear. I can see for miles and miles, and just beautifully warm out here. I do have a hoodie on, but I don't have it zipped up, and I have it wide open in the front because I really don't need it. So the reason I started out here today on this side of the cabin is because John wanted to know how those chew toys were working out for the dogs that he gave me. And well, you can see the white stuffing here and all out there through the desert and all out there. Let me zoom in on it. You can see it over there and over there. Yeah, so that's what they would have been doing with this stuff. And let me get back to one. There we go. So yeah, they really tore into those. There's a couple that are still around that they haven't completely shredded yet, but they've got them torn a little bit now. And I was down at the store. Oh, there's that red rubber ball. Like a red rubber ball. So who's going to chase the red rubber ball? Ready? Good boy, bring it here. Come on, bring it here. Good boy. Oh, Patches is going to bring it here. Oh, Patches is going to bring it where he wants to bring it. Yeah, so anyway, I play fetch with him a little bit, starting to break him into that habit, which is a good habit to have. Went up and checked my water today, and I got half a tank left up there, and the barrels are still pretty much, well, about 3/4 to 7/8 full. So that's an extra 870 gallons there. So I would say it's going to be 1,200, about 2,000 gallons still in that unit. But that holds like 25, about 3,300 gallons. So it hasn't been long since I had it filled. And these guys go through a lot of water. I mean, I fill the bowl up for them twice a day, and then once before I go to bed at night, I refill 2 bowls up. It takes about 2.5 gallons each fill up. So, and then the chickens, of course, they get about 10 gallons. Tomcat does pretty good. He's got a bowl in, well, 2 bowls in his condo, and they usually go a week's time on those. So I think he goes out at night and satisfies his thirst when he comes back in only. Anyway, tomato plants are gone. We had a few nights where it got down to the 20s, and the tomatoes are still on them, but all the leaves have wilted, so I'll be in there doing a cleanup on that. And before I get too far into this and I forget, I want to thank Rita. Thank you very much. I did get your donation. And as a matter of fact, I went to town yesterday, which was mail check day. And while I was in town, I picked up a big bag of dog food. We'll move on over this way. Here's some of the mess the dogs have been doing with chewing things up. I got to go through this with a pair of grabbies and pick all this stuff up and get it into a trash bag. So anyway, I had to go out because I needed chicken feed. I was out of chicken feed. So I got some, a big bag here. It's a 52-pound bag of dog food, hearty beef flavor. And this is, this was $26. So with Rita's donation and one other donation who didn't leave a name on my PayPal account. So I put those two together and a couple of dollars out of my pocket, and that's where that went. So that should last me about 2 weeks. And then I got the wild bird food. And you say, well, why are you spending money on wild bird food? Well, a couple of reasons. Wild birds help keep the bug content, the insect content down here. And the other thing is, as you see, they keep hanging around the chicken coop. So if they don't have their own feeder out here, they get in through the chicken wire and go in there and eat up all my chicken feed. And I need chicken feed for the chickens. So the chicken feed is more expensive than the wild bird seed. So I keep a wild bird seed feeder full for the birds, the wild birds, and then that saves me on chicken feed. So chickens haven't been laying very well lately. I've only been getting a couple of eggs a day, but that's good. I don't have anybody else here. It's just me, and I eat a couple of eggs a day. I have 2 eggs every morning. Sometimes a little extra hungry, I'll make a 3-egg omelet. And I tell you, I just can't do an egg white omelet. No yolk. I really can't. I'm not yoking. So anyway, all those corny jokes. Corny? Hey, that sounds like something good for dinner tonight. I'm going to have some barbecued garlic chicken wings tonight. I'll light up the propane barbecue a little later and throw some chicken wings on there. And then inside I'll make me some mashed potatoes and gravy and a green vegetable on the side. I'm not sure which one. Probably, green beans. Yeah, I'm a little on the sleepy side. The dogs are, like I said, they're nocturnal. So they have been laying out here sleeping during the day. And then when I get into bed at night, just as I fall asleep, they decide that they want to start barking at something. So anyway, that's what's going on. Caught you all up to date. Tomorrow is supposed to be warmer than today, so I will be working on a couple of projects. And I still want to make a biogas digester out of a tote. The tote can't have any leaks in it in order to do that. So I've got to see which one of these I'm going to use. I think this one and this one are both leak-proof, except where I modified them at the valve, at the 3-inch valve, to attach the manifold to them. They always leaked right there. So I tried putting sealant on them and all that, and it didn't matter. They still leaked there. But with the valves closed, they don't leak. So I'll close those up, and that one there, this one had a leak in it from Rick. Yeah, Rick, you know, the Irish guy. I told you about him, Ricochet. That's the leak right down there in the corner. I had drilled it, tapped it, and threaded it, and put a stainless steel bolt into it with a seal on it. But it still leaks somewhere underneath, so I don't know if the ricochet went through and scratched the bottom or whatever. So this one will end up turning into something else. And what I was thinking about was if I, on the other side, if I cut this here, 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 take those out, and then it's flat all the way down without a valve on the other side. So then if I cut that plastic out right there, I got a big doghouse. And it'll protect them from rain and wind, and all of them can fit in there. So I know they're growing fast, so they're going to outgrow that little wooden doghouse that I made. I'll probably have to pass that on to my neighbor who has lots of extra dogs and might be able to use it. But, of course, if he wants it, and if he does, he'll have to come down and help me load it onto the trailer, because I moved it once by myself. Don't want to go through that again. I'll just back the trailer up to it. We'll rock it back and then set it on the back of the trailer and slide it on, and then I can drive it up to his house. So, lastly, today while I was taking a nap, I try to slip one of those in during the day because these guys keep me awake sometimes at night, and I have disrupted sleep through the night, so a nap always works out. There's a mining thing going on up there in the mountain, and they lit off the first explosion there. Then, hey, get away from that tree. Hey, get away from that tree. Come on. You guys have destroyed that tree. So anyway, the first explosion, I guess they're blasting with some dynamite. The first explosion, I swear, it moved my cabin 3 inches away from the mountain. Boy, it was a loud explosion. And of course, it was fast and didn't linger like an earthquake does. It was just boom, and oh my word. And then about half an hour later, they had a second explosion, but it was a smaller, much smaller one. So they must have hit another vein up there and doing some blasting to get to it. But I have a feeling that mountain's going to get shorter over the years. So, all right, everybody. I want to thank you all for joining me. Don't forget, you give me a thumbs up down there, please. That helps my finances. Again, thank you all that have been sending donations for the puppies. I do, as soon as I get them, so that the money doesn't get used for something else, I go out and I get puppy food and puppy treats and things like that. I got some rawhide strips that are chicken flavored, and they seem to work with the puppies better. They can't guzzle them down. They have to actually sit there and chew on them for long periods of time, and they all separate. They all go off in their own direction and lay down under a bush, and it takes them about an hour to chew them up. Hey, knock it off. You and your dominance. What are you doing, DOG? Did you find something over here that you wanted? Yeah, people have asked me how they were surviving before they found me with food, and I've come to the conclusion they've been eating anything that they find. I've seen some of their droppings have plastic in them. Some of them have tree branches. They'll eat tree branches, and they'll grab a chunk of wood out of the fire pile there, the firewood pile, and chew on that, which is no good because they get splinters in their gums, and then there's a big problem with that. And if it gets too bad, you got to take them to the vet and have the splinters removed, which means that they're going to sedate the dog, and that brings the bill up a little bit. So can't have that. Anyway, as I was saying, thank you all. Hey, Gillis, get away from my tree. God, you're just like a kid. You don't listen. Like that commercial on TV. How many times have you only had to tell your kid something once? Anyway, that's it. Thank you for joining me. This is G Bear signing off.